Hi everyone. I hope your Christmas was awesome. If you're still in the holiday season, I hope you're enjoying time with your family. Our Christmas was wonderful. It was nice and low key, but just wonderfully so. And my children loved the gifts that they got, which was lovely. I wasn't sure that they would. It's always like, oh, maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. But I just wanted to say welcome back. We're in that in between stage of Merry Christmas and New Year's. And so today, on Homeschool Autism Life, I thought we would discuss some goals that I have for this next coming year and yeah, what those look like. And I hope that this encourages you. Many of you are Sunrise program people, and so this will be more specifically geared towards that as opposed to anything more personal. Of course, I have those goals, and if you're interested, let me know in the comments below and I will let you know about those. But for right now, I'm just going to focus on the Sunrise program and more Darrion and mommy oriented stuff. I don't like to use the word resolutions. I think because they're fraught with failure, essentially, resolution or resolute kind of means that I'm resolute into doing this. And I think there are too many times in life that things get mixed up and yeah, you can have a legitimately achievable goal, but life gets in the way and you can still feel really guilty about not accomplishing those or somehow failing at those. And so the word I like to use is goals, and the reason why is because I think it allows for life to get in the way. And for me, that has been kind of something I've over the many years that I've been old enough to do the whole New Year's resolution thing. I've been noticing about life. Life is constantly changing and I need to allow for it. Otherwise, I will put on feelings of failure and inadequacy that really aren't helpful in the grand scheme of things anyway. So I've been hearing a lot of people talk about the word that they got to kind of umbrella 2020. And as the Sunrise program has been a part of our lives for this last year and a bit, um, I'm really finding that one of the principles is something that I can use, not just with my interactions in the Sunrise program or in the playroom with Darrion, but also in my life with my girls and with my husband and how I treat myself. And that word is want everything but need nothing. And a lot of you might be asking, well, how do you apply that to yourself and your relationships with your kids and your spouse? And the best way I can describe it is just like you want everything for your child and you want them to succeed and you want them to be able to do all of these things that are considered typical and stuff in the moment. You need nothing but whatever your child is offering. And you expect that the wonderful things will happen, but it'll happen in his own time when he is ready. And essentially, I've taken that on board for myself. So, for an example, I have a to-do list that is 533 pages long. Not really, but it's the thing that goes in my head that says, oh, you need to do this and you need to do that and don't forget about this, and what about these artistic things that you want to get done? What about practicing piano? What about starting painting again or writing your books again, or all of those things? And then I look at my house and it's accumulating stuff over the past 10 years of having children, and I go, oh, I'd love to declutter that area because my girls don't even play with that stuff anymore. And I can get really, really caught up in what I want to accomplish and then don't and get frustrated by. And so I've had to give myself that pep talk, if you will. Oh, and the sun is getting out from behind a cloud. um, I really had to say, okay, Jayme, it's okay to want everything, but you have to give yourself grace in this moment because you aren't capable of doing it for a variety of different reasons. And sometimes it is simply because life is busy. And the lighting's getting all funky, guys. Sorry. But I really, really have been looking at it as it's really important for me to self-care by not putting the expectations of all of that on me, and then not feeling the guilt or the frustration because I didn't get it accomplished. And I don't necessarily think that that's letting me off per se or allowing me to not get things done, because I still, I chip away at those things, but at the same time, I don't beat myself up because I suddenly was like, well, I can't get it done. And this past year has been that story. I have to do eye therapy with Sienna, or I have to do her spelling and reading with her, and I need to get this other stuff done. And at the same time, I was feeling really, really just exhausted because I was doing Sunrise and Homeschool and, all the other things, and trying to get my second daughter to do dishes for 3 hours and all the things that you have to do as a parent to make sure that your children are well-rounded individuals, plus all of the things that you're trying to be intentional about. And so that's where want everything, need nothing can happen with my kids, like with my second daughter and doing dishes. I want her to do her job, but nagging and not yelling, but constantly saying dishes, dishes, dishes isn't getting the job done anyway. So, hi, buddy. So for Darrion specifically and our Sunrise program, I'm holding my hand all funny because I find it's like helping with the weird lighting today. For Darrion specifically, the screen time is something that I'm going to tackle in the new year. Once the girls go back to school, I'd really like to limit. If he is not doing Sunrise or Homeschool, or we're going somewhere, screen time is pretty much what he does. And like I said, he watches it in completely different ways and stuff like that, but I really would like to see what he would do without screen time. And so that's something that I'm really kind of wiping my to-do list clean and saying, yeah, we're not going to focus on any of that until we have some sort of new directive, I guess is the best way to put it. A new routine for him, I guess. What does that look like for him? If he doesn't have screen time, what does he do instead? And part of that is a fear that he might try and walk out the door, because he has in the past. It might be putting his sister's stuff down the toilet, which has been happening of late. I really just have to see and be there and be willing to just drop everything and make sure that I'm the entertainer. So that's kind of number one. Or putting the tablets or the computer and the tablets and just putting it on screen time or timer, and then making sure that the other devices disappear so he's not going from one device to another. And this sun is really bad today. I'm so sorry. I just don't have another day where I can film this video, so I'm going to keep going. Treats is another one that I'm really focused on. We, unlike a lot of autism parents, haven't had the issue that it's really necessary for our son's health to take away the sweets. He seems to be involved with interacting with us, whether he has sweets or not. And so for us, the impetus of, oh, well, he's way more healthy or unhealthy or whatever, that doesn't really come into play as much. My hand is not big enough. But we don't have that issue necessarily, and so it really is important for us to just do it, because I'm more concerned about his health down the road. If he finds treats, they're gone, and he doesn't really seem to portion or have the self-control to say, okay, this isn't good for me to consume this entire pack of sugar. And yeah, mommy's evil for not letting him. But I did get a wonderful Christmas present. And I'm going to take a chance to like block the sun with this. So this is what you think it is. It's a field box designed to store ammo and various other things, and we keep the dangerous sugar items in here with a lock and a key, and this is how I have been controlling the evilness of sugar in my house. And I tried a couple of different times earlier on, and it really was not working because he could break in. This one thus far is, yeah, Darrion proof. Knock on wood. So this has been a wonderful Christmas present to me, so that I can stop spending my time chasing where I've hidden the candy, or him finding it and eating it all, or various things like that. So I'm super excited about this gift, because I think it will help. And then I am okay with him getting treats for doing schoolwork. I think it's because 95% of us have never really enjoyed school. There's a few special people who did enjoy school. I was not one of them. And so I'm okay with him getting treats as a reward for doing the ickiness of school. My love of learning happened way later, and I don't think that that is going to be diminished because I'm homeschooling him. So once I get over the whole, I don't want to do it, Mom, and stuff like that, then this won't be as much of a motivator, but it is right now. The one thing is that I'd like to solidify when he gets his treats and when he doesn't, because for him, he really, yeah, right now is I do something mommy wants and then I get a treat. And so I really don't want, especially for the Sunrise program, which they talk about a lot, is you don't want that, the interaction between mom and kid, or volunteer and kid, to be the icky thing that he does in order to get the treat. And so for me, I really want to solidify that in his mind, that Sunrise is awesome and fun and whatever. This treats come only when you do schoolwork or after you eat for dessert. So those are essentially my goals, and sorry about the light, guys. Those are my goals for 2020, and I will give you updates as we go along to see how things are going, and just to allow for changes. One of my personal goals that also has to do with this is that I would really like to read this book that I got for Christmas, which is Kate Wild's The Autism Language Launcher. We have found, of all the things on the list between eye contact and social interaction and flexibility, his talking is the one thing that we haven't. Yes, bud. Hi.
Look what I got.
Oh, look what you got. You can have some. You got to hear him chat. Anyway, this is one of the things that we have found he doesn't, he hasn't been developing as much. I haven't been able to check things. Pepsi, yay! Christmas present, Pepsi. Sugar. But this is one of the things that I am really hoping will help us move him forward on the stages. So, yes, I hope you have a wonderful 2020 start of your year. If you have goals or even resolutions that you want to share, please put them in the comment section below. I'd really like to get that up and running so that we can actually dialogue and share ideas and stuff that way. But yeah, here's to a wonderful 2020 for us and for you. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. It helps my channel. And God bless you all.